Hello my dear students, welcome back to our War on the Sea Let's Play series as the US Navy. The invasion of Guadalcanal and the surrounding islands is going very well, if I do say so myself. We are very close to getting the Shortland Islands under our direct control, and that should happen in the next few days. Proceeding very smoothly. We have about 4,000 troops or so with a lot of supplies, about double the amount of troops there, which is rather nice. We will be double checking over our main campaign objectives once we get to the strategic map, and we will be looking at sighting the Hiyo and Yamato again, as well as that Congo task force which seems to have disappeared over the last few days. So redirecting more scouting, I believe, and see what we could do about that. Maybe using our command points to help with that. We do now have around 90 command points to use since we did get resupplied the other day, which is excellent stuff. So let's have a look at it, shall we? Let's go to the strategic map and look at our situation. Alrighty then, so our situation is this. We can see what is quite likely a submarine off the coast of Santa Isabel here, but it is night time, so we can't launch any planes to have a look at that. It is threatening our cruiser task force here, but that's not a problem. We have quite a lot of anti-submarine warfare capable ships here in the form of all of these 3 destroyers here, which are somewhat damaged already, but that shouldn't be a problem for them at all. I am going to realign, we are battle line actually, so it should be absolutely fine. Yeah, that's where I want our ships to be. Apart from the number 6 there, actually, just double checking that. I probably want that to swap with the Jouet there. That would be lovely stuff. And the Australia as well would be great. We can swap that with, I think, the Benham there. Just checking that. Lovely stuff. Don't want to be caught short there. Having said that then, Shortland Islands, like I say, doing very well. That should tick over the next couple of days. And as far as main campaign objectives are going, I think we just need we need Guadalcanal, Florida Islands, Malaya, so we have all of those. Just need to get a rank 5 airfield on Guadalcanal and victory shall be ours. Lovely stuff. It seems to be going on for quite some time, but then again, only 49 days in. There's not the longest of campaigns there by any stretch of the imagination. Doing rather smoothly. We do have all of these islands now, which is brilliant stuff. That is giving us a total of, where are we? 91 command points every week, which is lovely stuff. That is very nice indeed. So what we're doing then, we're sending back Task Force 9 to get as many supplies as we can off of the New Hebrides there. That would be brilliant, much needed for Guadalcanal. That's really what we're waiting for to upgrade it now. We are sending some fuel and engineering to it as well from New Hebrides, as well as some fuel and engineering from the base over at the Cairns in Australia. They do have a hell of a lot of supplies over there as well, though, which we could tap into. That would be very nice indeed. Perhaps we might actually do that now. We can make some new ships from here. So just going to make a very small task force, actually. I'm just going to make some MS. Where are you? I think Arcturus or C3 would be the best choices. Arcturus certainly better for cost efficiency, so that's what we're going to go for. Just a couple of those, I think. Let's say a couple. Let's get about 4 of those, and we're going to get to a couple of destroyer escorts as well in the form of, I think, what would be cheapest? Summers, but we're using a few of those. How many? We are only using the 1 Benham, and that is absolutely fine. I think they will do just well. Benhams are decent ships. So get a couple of those. Lovely stuff. That will cost 40 points, bring us down to 54 in total. Can go to line ahead. That's absolutely fine, and just swap the positions around to fit our needs there. Lovely stuff. Let's not forget to manage their cargo and pick up as many supplies as possible there. That is going to be very nice indeed. Much needed. And they're going to plot a very long course over to Guadalcanal. Take 88 hours in total. So it will be quite a long trip, but that's absolutely fine. Should not be threatened by anything there. And that'll be brilliant stuff. So, going to wait until the daytime, carry on scouting, and see what we can find. Okay, so a bit of a strange and still annoying one here. We did send out some Wildcats to intercept an incoming flight of torpedo bombers before they spotted our carriers and our battleship group here. But even though on the strategic map our Wildcats were right on top of the Mavises here, they have spawned all the way over here, and the Mavises have managed to jump straight on over to our ships over here, which is rather a bother if you ask me. So what we're going to do is brake, increase speeds and turn round for a lot of people. I'm going to turn on some air radars to help us out there, and yeah, that would be lovely stuff just to help us get some AA going there very nicely indeed. And just turn around, yeah, brake, thank you very much. Help us with our AA, thank you very much, and get us dodging. Does appear that they're going for one of the rear ships, perhaps a Pensacola there, so we are going to keep an eye out for that. That's actually going to try and keep a more narrow target for them. And I think we're going to stop turning so much with the Farragus over here actually, because that will just turn into the Pensacola. Though having said that, doesn't appear that they're going straight for our Pensacola there. What does that look like they're going for? Looks like they're going for more or deeper into the formation there. So let's sort that out, shall we? Let's get the Mayo to stop turning. We give it some more waypoints, I think. We'll do the same with the Juno. We'll brake with the Colorado, make sure that's got some speed up. I would start turning with that to the starboard, I think. Let's make sure we're okay with that. And the volume of small arms and flak now should be too much for the Mavises, being rather large planes, of course. Just going to make sure this ship does have some better speed, actually. And that would be very nice indeed. Have lost one Mavis. Does appear that they're going for the battleship, actually, which is actually probably the best thing they could go for, if you ask me. Because it really shouldn't make it. There we go. Really shouldn't make it there. This one is going for the Pensacola though, so we are going to carry on turning with that into the target there. I think we're going to slow down actually, because I do want to try and throw off their drop. I think they are going to get that off actually, which is rather a shame there. I think we've focused on the forward flights of Mavises too much, a little perhaps. And there we go, they have dropped. So what we're going to do is actually turn our speed right down. Hopefully they overshoot us. You see them just there on the map, and yeah, we have done a very successful evasive maneuver. Didn't need the Wildcats in the end, which is rather lucky there. You can see the torpedoes just passing by. So I'm going to retreat out before we fluff that to find a way to lose a ship. Already. Yeah, it's very interesting that, because the Mavises were right on top of our Wildcats just here. The problem there then would be that they will have spotted our Colorado task force. So I'm going to keep these on top of that for now, for as long as we can, because that does mean they'll have sighted it. And I will be expecting incoming air attacks in the future. Quite possibly some Emilys from the Shortland Islands at the moment. And we'll see what they think about their stuff from Buka. Maybe even the Hio as well. We'll carry on scouting, we'll see what happens. We are coming back in. We have sighted a cargo ship over here. Tell you what, we'll have a look at it. What exactly is it? It seems unarmed. Let's give it a slow strafe down with a single Wildcat. We'll take some time, but if it is unarmed, then not in any danger there at all. Actually, let's double check to make sure before we come in. It is Kiyomaru, and it has absolutely nothing. There we go, lovely stuff. No AA, so no risk at all there. You know what the funniest thing about that is? We didn't actually manage to sink it before we ran out of fuel there. Not run out of fuel, sorry, ran out of ammo. Oh, dearie me. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. It's not a major threat, and a single oiler can't do anything to help either the Shortland Islands, or it can't take any of these bases either. So it's not a problem. Just nice to pick that up if it were possible. I'm thinking of picking up one more submarine. And that is because I wanted originally to get the Tamba to join forces with the drum over here, but actually I'm thinking I want them in separate places now, so I am actually going to get a new submarine out, a new Gato I think. We go over there, lovely stuff. Get the Flying Fish, lovely stuff. That's a great name actually. I really like that name. We're going to send it out to join the other Gator over here. That'd be lovely stuff. I do want a submarine to patrol the Shortland Islands because that appears to be where their carriers like to just park themselves sometimes, as well as just outside Rabaul here. We are going to push the drum up, I think, a little bit. Patrol around there very quickly and then come back down just to poke around. It is of course morning. We should really be launching aircraft from here. That is quite the oversight from me, and that will help of course lookouts over there. Going to launch some bow fighters as well in the usual sorts of directions here. I think we're going to launch them fairly aggressively and keep them out like that. I'm going to keep both of these actually on a patrol like that, I think, like that, and that should be just fine there, just for some minor sights around here. The Wildcats, of course, providing sight a little bit into the Solomon Sea here, but I want some aggressive fighters over here as well with some decent payload to actually hit something. Otherwise, I think we're just going to carry on, see if anything comes up. Yeah, more fighters there. I'm sure that'll be fine. Probably just roofs and such from the Shortland Islands, but we'll see. So let's keep going. And yeah, as we feared, it was some roofs coming towards us, which the main problem here is that they have now sighted our carriers for sure. They've sighted the two bogues we have down here, which does suggest that they will be sending some strike forces in soon. So what I'm going to do is, I think after this, pull back from our current positions, get a little bit closer to Guadalcanal so we have some more air cover from the bases over there. And we can consolidate our forces there, and hopefully that will mean that we get a little too far away from any carriers that are. It's unlucky to lose a Wildcat there. Yeah, that should mean we get a little too far away from any carrier groups, and hopefully that will mean that they are constrained by their fuel, as we all are in real life, of course. Because that's how things work. That's how the game works, of course. Hyabusses have not been coming over to the New Hebrides. What are you talking about? How dare you suggest such heresy? So long as we manage to keep in formation here and get some decent lines on the roofs, it should not be a problem whatsoever. Just going to make sure. We do have some Wildcats that fought to protect our Pensacola's and such recently. We do have a patrolling Wildcat coming back as well. Does appear... No, I think we're all good for orders. Lovely stuff. We're not being plagued by the ever so present bug there today, which does appear to be so ubiquitous in our playthroughs. Let's, I think we're nearly there. Just these two now, I think. Oh, there is one on our flank here with this Wildcat, but not a problem. 2 on 1 here. Lovely little action. Excellent stuff. That will go down very easily. So we're just waiting now to get this last smoking roof. Ah, there we go. Lovely, lovely stuff. Just take a quick report to make sure there's nothing else about. 6 of 6 is done. Let's retreat out. And I'm going to keep, again, I think this group, if I can. I can't quite target it just yet, so let's... Oh, yeah, it's just the wrong one. Anyway, try and get that to stay over our ships there, I think. There we go. Do apologise for the quick break there, it's a little slow. That's it, that really, just waiting for any more encounters as per. And we do have encounters. Okay, interesting. That appears to be bombers, suggesting some Emily's out here. And it is Emily's. Okay, well, may lose our Wildcats here. Actually, the Emily's do have some rather decent armour for aircraft. And with the 3 of them being there, we may lose it to the tail gunners and the protective gunners, of course. We'll try our best, though. We'll try our best. What is this one doing? Is it coming in? Yeah, that needs to make a lot of speed, though. But isolated out here is a very strange target for them. Do they even have a payload? No, they don't. That is very strange. We could leave them, really, if we start looking quite bad. But sinking them is certainly the safer option for the future. Just getting a difficult line on them there. You going to be okay there? You going to be okay? I think we're going to slow down. No, it won't let us slow down. We need to break and stop our orders. Lovely stuff. Having a bit of trouble there getting onto the Emily. He's deciding Emily can outmaneuver him. A flying boat's certainly more manoeuvrable than an actual fighter. What's this one going for? He's going for the same one. I'm going to change. No, is he going to guess on there decently? 2-on-1 would certainly be ideal. Quite lucky that the Emilys aren't opening up on us, actually. Maybe we are all unable to fire. Can you imagine that? So I can increase their speed but not decrease it. Oh, okay, there we go. That's interesting. Alrighty, let's increase it for now. Guess on there. Decrease it when we get a little closer, I think. Like that. There we go, one down. Get them both on a single Emily for now, I think. Just to be sure they both go down. Although, having said that, like I said, still not being fired at by the protective gunners. Very strange indeed. Very, very strange indeed. Alright, so then, well, I'm not going to bore you with this anymore. I think we're going to skip ahead to the next engagement and see what happens. Just wait for this one to get downed, I think. Come on, guys, you got this. See, look at the armour of the Emilys. If that were anything else, it would have been down ages ago. But there we go, no matter. If you don't fire back, that's what you get. So, yeah, I'll see you in a second. Skip ahead of time and see what we can find. Okay, so we have come into contact with another air group of Don Ryus. And you know what? It's been quite a while since we've seen any Don Ryus, actually. Quite likely launched from Buka, so that means they do know exactly where our task forces are. We are pulling them back to Guadalcanal. Luckily, we do still have these Wildcats about. For those unaware, Don Ryus being the equivalent of our Mitchells in terms of payloads and such. They do have a more limited variety of payloads, but what they have is more than enough. 800 kilogram bombs being heavier than the 1600 pound bombs of our Mitchells, so certainly good enough to do some damage to us. Unfortunately not able to go down there. Lovely stuff. May have to redirect some fighters very quickly. Yeah, that should be absolutely fine, and we are targeting the back ones over here with these fighters. Lovely stuff, but it's struggling again to get a decent line on them, and we are going to lose fighters. That never happens when I'm using Don Ryus, does it? Losing them to the tail gunners there. This formation should be absolutely destroyed in time before... No, okay, just going to decide not to fire on them. Lovely stuff. Is that then going to drop? It does look like it's going for the Colorado there. I should certainly be taking evasive manoeuvres. Maybe a tad too late there. Colorado goes to be rather beefy. Yep, that's what happened. They decided to change their orders. Well, it's too late now. But we are going to make sure that we are attacking individual planes. Or separate planes, rather. Like this. That is very, very annoying there. That should have gone down. I mean, we caught it on camera. Devs, if you're watching, please fix your fracking game. Colorado is going to get hits here, though. And that is rather a shame, actually. Rather a shame there. See how badly it does get hit. On the flank there. Actually, you know what? Absolutely fine. Just one empty general compartment damaged. It does look like they may have dropped over here, though. Let's turn the Pensacola around, I think. Yeah, they'll have dropped. They've closed their bomb doors. Pensacola, perhaps? Or the Farragut? Does make you wonder. There's no sign of anything. Should have landed by now, but we have destroyed all of them. So I think we are just going to get out. Very lucky that the damage on the Colorado was not particularly significant. Very strange how the damage is calculated there. That should have been a bit more, if you ask me. Not going to complain. But, of course, the one torpedo was enough to wreck our bows completely there. Which is a shame. But not to worry. Let's carry on. Alright then, so I'm not going to go into the tactical view because I don't want to lose sight of this carrier. But we do, as you see... sight a carrier here. What I'm going to do is keep this Wildcat. I'm going to stop its patrol and just guess it circling this carrier here so we don't lose sight of it. I'm going to just suspect it's the Hio again. We are going to immediately launch some Mitchells. I think we're going to go for the same armament as before. Go straight for it. Do we want to launch anything else? We possibly want to launch some dive bombers. Do have a lot of those still available, so let's go for that. That is Wildcats, you fool. Go for armor piercing bombs straight in there. I think while there's no fighters spotted, we should be okay. But having said that, I'm gonna launch, I think, from the Altamea there and go with some Wildcats just to double check. Like that, and that should be absolutely fine there, and that will make sure we got some sight over there as well, because the Wildcats will have the endurance and fuel to keep sight on. We're going to chase it with our submarine as well, and there we go. Now we see some fighters coming out. Okay, we are just going to have to retreat out of here, but I think what we're going to do first is try and scout out, if we can, see exactly what we're dealing with, and it is the Hio again. But they appear to have removed the Yamato and replaced it with a Congo. And I think that's probably better for us. Certainly if we come into contact with it on the surface. Actually looking like a very winnable battle here, if we do take us on the surface. Just needs to get rid of the carrier first, because we will be intercepted by dive and torpedo bombers. Which is rather nice. And of course I think the Congo does of course have worse AA than the Yamato, so we're going to come straight out of that. Can't do anything with a single fighter there, unfortunately. In fact, what we can do is try and tell that to come out here and hope that what actually happens there is the fighters follow us out like that. But we do have our main group of fighters coming in here, and hopefully they will spot it again. There we go. We do see that they've launched dive bombers themselves. Where are our Mitchells? They're just coming in here. This may have to be two separate strikes actually, just so we don't lose the fuel on our Dauntlesses here. We'll see. I think we're doing okay just at the minute. They are recalling their fighters actually, by the looks of it. Yeah, okay, maybe not, maybe not. We'll see what we can do here. Let's get the Wildcats in. Where would they be on the map? Get them closer to our Dauntlesses for now, just for the time being. Yeah, already being shot at by stuff. Okay, so what have we got? Zeros right on top of our Wildcats, and that is ideal actually. Very ideal. I'm going to make sure the Wildcats do have some targets there. Where are we? Let's go for such in front of you. There we go, lovely stuff. They can double up on a couple there, I think, just to make sure they go down. And these can go over here. And actually make sure a couple of them go over here, a little closer to our Dauntlesses, to make sure that they are protected a tad. I'm going to get the Dauntlesses, of course, straight over to the Hio, like such. That is the number 2 there, brilliant. And we're just going to go in, I think... It is destroyers, but they do have Akazukis. There's quite a large number of them. I think just going in from the side, because we do have these zeros to worry about. Just going in from the side as soon as we can, like this. Just tell everyone to attack the Hio as we are. Get the emergency drop off. And we do have, like I said, the Mitchells coming in as well, in case this doesn't succeed or put their flight deck out of commission. I doubt this will actually sink them. Because we don't have the heaviest bombs with the Dauntlesses, of course. Just going to make sure that our Wildcats are behaving. Do have a Jake in the area, that's not a bother at all. More worried about the zeros, of course. And what is that? Causing contact with aircraft. That's okay. That looks to be the piece of the Jake rather over here. And how are our Wildcats behaving there? Looks like they have changed their orders again. Lovely stuff. That's exactly what we like to hear. And they still can't do that. Oh, that's more fighters coming over here actually. Let's certainly need to redirect our Wildcats then. Definitely need to redirect a few Wildcats. Like this over here. Otherwise our Dauntlesses will die in droves. Yeah, they're going to come straight over to us, aren't they? This is not good at all. Not good at all. Wildcats, just hoping they don't ignore our orders for now. I'm going to increase their speed, but we are losing Dauntlesses now. Yeah. Lucky to destroy a 0 with our tail gunners there. We're going to go straight in. Yeah, faffing around with positions was definitely not a good idea. Just got to take any damage we can get on the Heo as quick as we can. And the first flight is coming in there. Yeah, we're definitely going to lose people on the approach here. There's such thick AA with so many destroyers and such about. And the Heo does have a respectable AA suite as well. But we're getting a couple hits. Next flights, please. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, that looked very nice. Heavier bomb, certainly hitting well there. Oh, there we go. Oh, the camera flipping just very quickly there, but look at that. Whoa. Oh, lovely stuff. Lovely, lovely stuff. Did lose a fair few Dauntlesses on the approach there, which is rather a shame. Let's take a report to see what we've done. Critical damage, though. Critical damage is very, very nice. I will happily take that. Dauntlesses are going out. Lovely stuff. So I think what we'll do is, of course, wait around with our Wildcats. Then our Dauntlesses aren't currently being pursued by any zeros. How many did we lose there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Dauntlesses. Oh, that's disgusting. And we're losing Wildcats as well. But it's sinking. That will do. That will do. I will happily retreat midway through a dogfight there. You can call me a dirty cheeser as much as you like, but we've sunk the Heo. I'm taking that. I'm happily taking that. Oh, that was very successful, and that means our our Mitchells can go in and hit the Congo, I think, now. Provided, actually, I'm going to keep the Wildcats about just a second. Going to bring in the Tamba as well. That is a very nice prize for us. Very, very nice indeed. And yeah, just say I did scout this earlier. It is just a single Minakaze there. Nothing to worry about. Let's go straight over. Okay, so it does appear that our Mitchells are coming into contact with the Congo force now, unassailed by any zeros, which is brilliant stuff. So we are going to go for the very nice line ahead here. And try and get a decent hit onto the Congo there. If these hit just as we like, which would be perfectly, we will sink the Congo. But having said that, is that really going to happen? Is that really going to happen? We shall see. I think that's a decent line to attack from, actually. Yeah, that would be very nice indeed. Looking decent. I'm going to increase our speed just to make sure we get in without taking so many losses. And I think we'll be alright there. I think we'll be just fine indeed. Let's get rid of the UI there to make it a little clearer for you. It's looking alright so far. We're going to drop. There we go. Dropping now. Haven't lost anything on the way in. Excellent stuff. That's looking decent there. Just going to tell us to get out of there very quickly, increase your speed, and go, I think, straight over like that out of there. Brilliant stuff. Let's watch this. How's it going? Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Just the one hit there. Oh no. This is it. That's the last time I do a line ahead attack on these things. I'm just going to go for the broadside box or Vic, I think. That seems to be doing us more favours there, doesn't it? But let's get out there and try and hit that again, I think. Let's go tell them to retreat. And what is the distance from Guadalcanal? Yeah, say about 500-ish. Our Dauntlesses do have the range for it, so let's ruddy bloody go. Let's ruddy bloody go. Maybe hit something lighter. Not too sure Dauntlesses will sink a Congo. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'll see you then. I'll tell you what will sink a Congo, provided the torpedoes aren't duds, is a tambour. So we're going to scope up, turn around, make sure we've got a decent facing target onto the Congo there, which it does appear to be now. It gets a tad closer while we identify it. Lovely stuff. Let's go for Congo. Where are we? Battleship, battleship, battleship. Lovely stuff. I think we're going to fire as many torpedoes as possible at it at a 1 degree spread so far. Wait for our solution to go up there just a tad. Just compress time to wait for that there. Lovely stuff. That's going to go all the way up to 86 to 90-ish. That is brilliant. How are we looking with that? I think that's looking pretty decent, actually. Let's ruddy bloody fire at a roughly 90 solution. Just pray for no duds, shall we? Please. Well, I think even worse than having torpedoes on target but all being duds. Our torpedoes are just running parallel to the enemy there. Interesting. I don't know if that's because of the position we were in, or maybe a bug. That's what I want to say after our luck recently. But look on the map there, they're running completely parallel to the enemy there. Okay. That's so frustrating. I highly doubt they're going to hit anything there. Probably out of range anyway, won't we? Well, not when we fired. Yeah, they should have been very close by now. They're going to run out of range before they hit now. That is rather sad. Rather sad. I thought we had it there. The one time we get into a very nice position. And, yeah. I got to laugh at this fucking shit. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, they're easy to get around out of range before they hit the Congo there. Yeah, there you go. Dropping off now. Well, bugger it. We'll try and come back in later on. Retreat. It does look like the Congo is retreating now, so we are going to have to be very quick with our Dauntlesses to get over there. Let's go change their course straight up over here, and that'll be on the extreme end of their range there. So we'll come back in a second to see what happens, I think. Fingers crossed. Oi, there we go, right on top of the enemy ships there. Jesus Christ. What are we going to go for is the question. I think the cruisers really would be the easiest option with the amount of Dauntlesses we have. So we're going to go straight in. We can't target them because it's not detected on the map. How dare you? Come on, game. There we go, it's detected now. Great stuff. So this is a foot attacker we're going to go for. And I think, I don't believe there's many in the series there actually. If we go to CA, foot attacker, yeah, there's only 2, foot attacker and the Kako. Ah, poor furry attacker. Yeah, we're definitely going to lose people on the approach here. We came out of light speed far too quickly there. Not a problem though, not a problem. Should get a few decent hits on here, and these are from Guadalcanal, so they will replenish. Oh, very nice there, very nice indeed. Alpha strike there. But yeah, that would not have got the Congo, unfortunately. That is rather sad, but it doesn't look... keeping my hopes up for this foot attacker, to be honest. All on the rear of the ship. Would be nice if we got a magazine explosion out of that. We could make use of the Timber if it weren't so far away. It does appear that they are actually turning into the Timber there. So what we could do is speed ahead with that. We'll see about that. Take a quick report. It is heavy damage and heavy flooding. We'll see how the fires develop there for us. And unfortunately the fires did not develop enough there for us to sink the Furitaka. Furitaka does survive another day, and the Tamba did not manage to get into range. They did organise themselves in the end and start retreating out, which is rather sad. Rather sad indeed, actually. But I think that is all we have time for today, ladies and gentlemen. A somewhat shorter episode, I believe, than our previous ones, but short and sweet. Nice bit of action there. It's finally hotting up. We did get the carrier there, the Hio. Let's just double check the enemy losses there. Lovely stuff. Where are we? Yeah, there we go. The Hio carrier, 24,000 tons of shipping there. And of course, we got the submarine on the previous episode there in the same day. Lovely stuff. That is a very nice little win there. So they do only have a very limited supply of carriers about now. Let's go to CVL. I believe we've sunk both Chitoses. Ryuho may be able to come about, actually. I forget exactly the dates that is able to be used. The Zuiho is all down. Do of course have a couple of Taiyos left, actually. Which one was that? Unyo and Chuyo. Lovely stuff. Got rid of the Hoshos. Akitsumaru, they have one more of those, but that's just some claws. So that's not a bother at all. And the Kawamaru, okay, interesting. What does that actually carry? Just some roofs and some jakes. Not a problem there. Lovely stuff. And of course, they do have that Zuikak about somewhere as well, which is being rather stealthy, actually. But, as I say, that's all we have time for today, I am afraid. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as ever. But I've been the Edified Gamer, and I hope your nights and days are auspicious. Goodbye.